Hi, and welcome to Straight Shot Radio. My name is Johnny Slick, and I'm the head coach at Straight Shot Training. Today I want to go over one of the most commonly stated goals that I get from people who want to start working out or want to change something up about their program, or they're coming to myself or another coach for this reason, and that's I want to tone up. And let me just go ahead and apologize for the cicadas that you probably hear in the background. They're driving me just as crazy as they might be driving you, depending on where you're at. But we'll keep it rolling. So when people say that they want to tone up, they normally mean I want to see my muscles, or I want to look more ripped, or I want to have the appearance of leanness so that I can show off the definition of my muscles. That's what tone up typically means when people are stating it. But the only way for that to actually happen was there's two ways for it to happen. You either need to lose body fat so that your muscles show through more, or you need to gain muscle mass so you can see your muscles more. And in most people's case, you probably need to do a little bit of both. You need to spend some time gaining some muscle, and then you probably need to lose some body fat after that. Or you can go the opposite route. You can lose some body fat first and then build up your muscle after that. But there's nothing that you can do in terms of working out that's going to make you look more toned. Now, when you finish a workout and you have what people commonly refer to as like the pump, that's mainly localized blood pooling in the area of the muscles that you worked. So if you do a really tough arm workout and your arms look awesome and jacked and shredded by the time you're done a bunch of curls and lateral raises and tricep press downs, that's not, and everybody who's ever looked at themselves in the mirror at the end of a workout knows that's not something that lasts. It kind of goes away after you finish that workout. Now, over time, if you keep doing those workouts and you're eating correctly to either drop body fat so those muscles show through, or gain muscle mass so those muscles show through, those workouts will have a lasting effect. But even then, you never look the same as you do whenever you are in the weight room, because tone is the amount of resting tension or turgor that a muscle has. And the more you work out, the further you get into a workout, the less laxity your muscles will have, which is why when you start out a workout and you look at your arms and they look like your arms, and by the end of the workout they feel tighter. It almost feels like your skin's tight sometimes. It feels like your arms are going to explode. It feels like they're full of blood, because they are. And after a while they go back to their normal resting tension and resting length. You wouldn't want your muscles to constantly be that tight all the time. It would be really uncomfortable. There's actually medical conditions where people have that, and it's actually one of the side effects or symptoms as a result of rabies, where you're with like lockjaw and muscles going into these full contractions because they can't get back to resting laxity. So that's not the tone that when people say tone, what they really mean is I want to see my muscles more, or I want to look leaner. And the only way to do that is through dieting down, losing body fat, or dieting up to gain more muscle mass. So it's going to depend on where you're starting at. If you're not carrying a lot of excess weight and you want to look more toned, you're going to actually need to gain some weight in the form of muscle. You're going to want to do some type of hypertrophy program to help you gain some muscle mass so you can see it. So this is one of those things where it's what your goal is, and the number that you think needs to be on the scale might look different. You might weigh 120 pounds and you want to look toned, so you think you need to weigh 110, when the truth is, if you want to look toned at 120 pounds, you might need to gain 5 pounds of muscle. Or the opposite, where you want to look more toned and you weigh, say you're a guy and you weigh 200 pounds, and you think, well, I want to look more toned, so I think I need to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Well, you could also lose 10 pounds of body fat, and if you need to get your body fat percentage down below 20%, if you're a guy, 10 to 20% is a healthy range for men, and generally 15 to 25% body fat is the healthier range for women. And there's age comes into play with that as well. Those ends of the range can go up or down depending on your age and what your activity level is, or if you play a sport. But just as a general rule, 10 to 20% for men and 15 to 25% for women is the healthy range for body fat. So if you're at the higher end of the range of that, you might be better off dieting down and losing some body fat first and seeing, some leanness there. And then if you want to weigh some more, then maybe diet back up slowly and build up some muscle. If you're already at the lower end of that body fat scale and you don't see the muscles that you want to see, then you probably need to diet up and gain some weight with that. And I don't normally talk a lot about aesthetic goals because to me, I am more of a coach who coaches movement, and I want to help people move better and feel better and perform better. But as a result of moving better, feeling better, performing better, and fueling your body correctly for those, you probably will start to have the aesthetic changes that you want to have. And if you want to really dial that in, then you really hit up the nutrition side of things in order to get your body fat where you want it to be. But I understand that everybody wants to look good. They want to look like they work out. They want to look healthy. They want to look leaner. And so when it comes to coaching, I totally get the aesthetic aspect of it. And I'm not knocking it at all. When it comes to people saying they want to tone up, I'm not trying to belittle what you're saying or anything whenever I'm explaining this. So that's what I'm trying to almost over-explain it to you now, so that if we're ever working together, and I don't want you to feel embarrassed by saying I want to tone up, because I know some coaches really get on people about the way they state their goals, but at least I don't expect you to know this stuff. This is why I want to educate you with this stuff here. So if you are working with a coach and you say you want to tone up, maybe a better way of saying that is, I want to look a little leaner. I think I need to lose some body fat, or I want my arms to look more muscular. I don't want to gain a lot of weight, but I think I might need to gain a little bit of muscle mass, because some people think of it as two really far ends of the spectrum, where you're either dieting and losing a bunch of weight, or you are bulking up like you're going to be a bodybuilder. Well, there's a whole lot of area in between there. The average person absolutely can go on plans where they gain some muscle. Doesn't mean you're going to be able to become a bodybuilder and become huge. If it were that easy, that'd be awesome. But it's not that easy. It's not something where just because, and then this is a common thing with guys in strength training, is they think, well, if I diet down, I'm going to lose all my strength. Well, not if you do it slowly, and not if you're in a smart program. You're not going to lose that much strength. I've dropped as much as 17 pounds without a pound coming off of any of my lifts back when I was competing in strongman. If you have a smart enough program, you can absolutely lose body fat while maintaining your muscle mass and keeping your strength up. For a lot of my female clients who have maybe strength goals and want the appearance of their muscles when they're not working out, a lot of them are afraid to do a program where they gain weight because they don't want to get bulky. And again, it's not that easy to gain that much muscle mass, especially as a female, with depending on your natural hormones. But for the most part, you're not going to have the amount of testosterone that's needed to get that big naturally. You'd have to be taking something. So when it comes to switching up your program, you say that you want to get more toned. Don't be surprised if I tell you, okay, then we need to gain some muscle, or don't be surprised if I say, okay, we need to start dieting down because you need to lose some body fat. So the stated goal and the way we go about it, I just want to make sure that we clear up that language there. So toning up typically really means you need to lose some body fat or you need to gain some muscle. But talk to your coach about it. And see what they think is the best course for you, because everybody's going to be different, and where you're starting out, you kind of need to know what your body fat percentage is to know exactly which direction to go. But it's something you definitely need to talk through with your coach. If you just say, I want to tone up, and somebody just gives you a program, they're probably really not giving you something that's actually going to get you the results you want. They're just giving you something that probably has a lot of reps, so you feel like you have these pumped up muscles by the end of your workout, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's going to give you the results you're looking for. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to try to do some more of these shorter ones here as I have time to. Things have been super busy with Straight Shot recently. We've been extremely blessed to have a lot of new clients coming in. I brought in 2 other trainers to help me out with everything coming in. If you would like a personalized program, we have a new app that we use called Team Builder, where we can deliver your workouts right to your phone. It has demo videos. You log your workouts on the app. You can leave notes for your coaches. You can DM your coaches there. You can send them videos of your lifts. They can send you notes. We hold you accountable to your workouts. We check in with you at least a couple of times a week, if not more, depending on how communicative you like to be with your coach. We'd love for you to try that out with us. If you'd like to see a sample program, just shoot me a message, Jonny, Jonny, at straightshottraining.com, and I can show you what the app looks like. We're also using that app for the Straight Shot Training program, and that is the subscription program. It's $21 a month, but your first month is free. If you shoot me a message, I can send you a link to that. We are completely redoing the website. That's why I'm not telling you the website yet, because that's not finished yet. We're still working on it. But you can still sign up for the Straight Shot Training program. I'll just send you a link of how to do that. You get your first month free. After that, it's 6 workouts a week, 4 strength workouts, a conditioning workout, and an active recovery workout. And it's stuff that you can all do at home right now, since I know a lot of people are trying to work out at home and a lot of gyms aren't even open. So everything in that program you can do with dumbbells and bands at home, and a lot of body weight stuff. The program they're doing, the athletes are doing right now, has a lot of giant sets and circuits in it, and some fun stuff that maybe you're not currently doing in your program right now that they're really liking. Getting a lot of good feedback on it. And the gang is doing an awesome job of logging their workouts, and I can see the kind of progress they're making. It's really encouraging for me to see as a coach too, because I put a lot of work into these programs, and it's cool to see so many people doing them. So if you'd like to try that program out, again, shoot me a message, Jonny at straightshottraining.com, or you can find me on social media using the handle at straightshottraining, or Straight Shot Training on Facebook. There's also a little contest that we have going on. It's actually ending tomorrow, so if you're listening to this, today is Thursday the 6th, so ending tomorrow night, Friday the 7th. If you just DM me the word squat, I'm going to pick 3 winners, and those 3 winners will get a squat tune-up session with me via Zoom, where we just spend an entire up to a half hour just working on your squat to help you get better at the bottom of your squat position. So if you're listening to this before Friday the 7th, just shoot me a DM, it says squat, and I'll get back to you if you're one of the 3 random winners that we choose. So thank you again for listening, and I hope you all have a great week.